Carrie Underwood, a voice of strength, faith, and vulnerability. Carrie Underwood has always been a powerhouse in country music, a multi-award-winning singer with a voice that resonates across generations. Yet beyond the stage lights and standing ovations, there lies a woman of deep conviction, vulnerability, and unwavering faith. In recent years, Underwood has opened up more than ever before, especially about the spiritual journey that has both challenged and sustained her. One particularly moving moment came when she teared up while speaking about her faith, revealing not just the strength of her beliefs, but the depth of her humanity. A star shaped by faith. From the very beginning of her career, Underwood has never shied away from speaking about her Christian faith. Whether it's in her music, like the chart-topping hit, Jesus, Take the Wheel, or in interviews, she's made it clear that her spiritual beliefs are not just a part of her identity, but the foundation of her life. Raised in a small town in Oklahoma, Underwood grew up singing in church, and that early connection to faith became a guiding light as she catapulted into fame following her American Idol win in 2005. But fame, as it often does, brought challenges along with opportunity. For Underwood, the pressure of public life combined with personal hardships created a space where faith was not only comforting, but essential. Heartbreak behind the headlines. One of the most emotional and revealing aspects of Carrie's story came when she opened up about the miscarriages she suffered in the years following the birth of her first son, Isaiah. Between 2017 and 2018, Underwood experienced 3 miscarriages, each one devastating and deeply confusing. In a candid interview, she recalled the emotional roller coaster of repeatedly becoming pregnant, only to lose the baby before reaching term. "I was just sobbing," she said. "Why on earth do I keep getting pregnant if I can't have a kid? Do you want me to have another baby, or is this just a cruel game?" These weren't just rhetorical questions. These were heartfelt cries directed at God. For someone whose faith had been such a central part of life, the miscarriages tested her belief in ways she had never experienced before. Faith in the valley, instead of hiding her pain, Underwood chose to speak openly about her grief, anger, and even moments of doubt. She admitted to feeling guilty for questioning God, for being angry at a creator she had always trusted. But in that brokenness, she found something even deeper: surrender. "I had always been afraid to be mad," she said. "I would never question God, but I got mad, and I told him how I felt." What followed was a moment of clarity and peace. It was in that honesty and vulnerability that she felt her relationship with God shift, not in a way that weakened her faith, but in a way that made it more real. She came to understand that faith doesn't mean the absence of doubt or pain, but the willingness to trust even when things don't make sense. "I was finally like, okay, God, if this is your plan, then let's do it. I surrender." A renewed purpose. The story took a beautiful turn when she became pregnant again, this time with her second son, Jacob. When he was born healthy in early 2019, it felt like a gift, a promise fulfilled, but more importantly, a reminder that faith sometimes involves waiting, wrestling, and ultimately, trusting. Since then, Underwood has continued to be a beacon of hope and encouragement for others walking through similar valleys. She often emphasizes that her purpose is not just to entertain, but to uplift. "I want the people in my life to know that they are loved by God," she once said through tears. "They are wanted, no matter who you are or what you've done. If I could just make everybody feel that they are loved, I feel like that's my job." It's a mission that extends beyond music. Carrie and her husband, former NHL player Mike Fisher, launched a mini-documentary series titled Mike and Carrie, God and Country. The series explores their shared values, struggles, and the central role of faith in their marriage and parenting. It's a rare look behind the celebrity curtain, offering real stories of perseverance, prayer, and God's grace. Living out the message. Carrie's commitment to her faith shows not only in her words, but in her actions. She has supported various charitable organizations, including those focused on disaster relief, animal welfare, and children's health. Her philanthropic work reflects a belief in living out the gospel by caring for others, especially those in need. She's also continued to record songs that reflect spiritual themes, such as her gospel album, My Savior, released in 2021. The album features classic hymns that shaped her childhood, like How Great Thou Art, and Because He Lives, delivered with soul-stirring emotion. The project was a labor of love and a tribute to her roots, and it resonated deeply with fans who found solace and inspiration in the music. A light in the dark. In a world where many celebrities carefully curate a perfect image, Carrie Underwood stands out for her honesty. Her willingness to talk about grief, disappointment, and the sometimes messy nature of faith has given others permission to be real about their own struggles. Tearing up while talking about her faith wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a sign of depth. It showed that even someone with fame and success can walk through darkness and come out stronger, guided by a light that doesn't fade. Her story reminds us that faith isn't always about having all the answers. Sometimes it's about holding on in the silence, trusting in the heartbreak, and believing even when believing is hard. Carrie Underwood's voice may fill arenas and dominate radio waves, but perhaps her most powerful message is the one she shares off stage, a message of resilience, grace, and a God who never lets go.